It should be recognized pilot studies may also have a number of limitations. These include the assumptions on the basis of pilot data, problems arising from contamination, and problems related to funding. Contamination is less of a concern in qualitative research, whereas researchers often use some or all qualitative data collection and analysis is often progressive. In that, a second or a subsequent interview in a series should be better than the previous one, as the interview may have gained insights from previous interviews, which are used to improve interview schedules and specific questions. Some have therefore argued that in qualitative approaches, separate pilot studies are not necessary. A qualitative interview conducting 15 focus group interviews will listen to the recordings to or read through the transcripts of the first 3 or 4 in order to improve the questions, the way of introducing the issues into the group interview, or even add up new topics. Thus, although there is no specific pilot study, analysis of the earlier focus groups may help improve the later ones. Problems may also arise where pilot study requires a significant investment of resources, making it difficult for the study team to call a halt to research after unsuccessful pilot study. And that's all about it. Thank you. Good morning everyone. I am Dr. K. Brinda, Head of Department BCom Professional Accounting in Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. And today we are going to see about pilot study. Pilot study is a fundamental stage of the research process. They can help identify research issues and evaluate a study's feasibility, practicality, resources, time and cost before the main research is conducted. It involves selecting a few people and trying out the study on them. It is possible to save time and in some cases money by identifying any flaws in the procedures designed by the researcher. A pilot study can help the researcher spot any ambiguities, that is unusual things, confusion in the information given to participants, or problems with the task devised. Sometimes the task is too hard and the researcher may get a floor effect because of none participants can score at all or complete the task. All performances are low. The opposite effect is ceiling effect. When the task is so easy that all achieve virtually full marks, our top performance are hitting the ceiling. This enables researchers to predict an appropriate sample size, budget accordingly, and improve the study design before performing a full-scale project. Pilot studies also provide researchers with preliminary data to gain insight into their proposed experiment's potential results. By conducting a pilot study, researchers will be better prepared to face the challenges that might arise in the larger study. They will be more confident with the instruments they will use for data collection. In some studies, multiple pilot studies may be needed, and quantitative or quantitative methods may be used. It is important to conduct a questionnaire pilot study for the following reasons. Check that response, understand the terminology used in the questionnaire. Check that emotive questions are not used, as they make people defensive and could invalidate their answers. Check that dealing questions have not been used, as they could bias the respondent's answer. Ensure the questionnaire can be completed appropriately and it's not too long. And its advantages are increasing research quality, assessing the practicality and feasibility of the main study, testing the efficacy of research instruments, identifying and addressing any weakness or logistical problems, collecting preliminary data, estimating the time and cost required for the project, determining what resources are needed for the study, identifying the necessity to modify procedures that do not elicit useful data, adding credibility and dependability to the study, pretesting the interview format, enabling researchers to develop consistent practices and familiarize themselves with the procedures in the protocol. And the limitations of pilot studies are requiring extra cost, time and resources, do not guarantee the success of main study, contamination if data from the pilot study or pilot participants are included in the main study results, funding bodies may be reluctant to fund a further study if the pilot study results are published, do not have power to assess treatment effects due to small sample size. For example, a pilot study